You might be a diehard Red Robin stan, but no matter how hangry you are or how delicious some of the chain's dishes sound, there are things on the menu that you're going to want to avoid at all costs. Red Robin's reputation is built on its burgers, but even major leaguers bat less than 1,000 sometimes. And so it is with the Banzai Burger. How could you possibly go wrong with the teriyaki glazed patty, grilled pineapple, melty cheddar, and the classic lettuce mayo tomato trio? It sounds like a certified island sensation in print, doesn't it? Except it isn't. In fact, the Banzai's been panned by more than a few customers. A Reddit thread titled "Boo Banzai" called out the burger's glaze as gelatinous. In our own poll, more than 24% called out the Banzai as the one burger to skip. That's practically 1 out of 4. Yikes. Moving away from heavier burgers and more decadent dinner plates, diners eyeing the grilled chicken sandwich for its lighter, healthier profile should think twice. There's nothing wrong with a good chicken sandwich, until there is. When it comes to Red Robin chicken, it's the poultry that's the problem. The issue seems to be largely with the grilled chicken breasts rather than the fried versions. Breading tends to hide any issues with the meat. Our own experience with the grilled chicken sandwich was that it had the texture of rubber.
Interesting texture. It's chewy.
One bite and there was a disturbing bouncy consistency that you can't chew through. Online reviews called out how small and dry the patties were. Even the salads that feature grilled chicken weren't spared. Reviews like that may have inspired Red Robin to switch from frozen to fresh chicken, in addition to financial savings, of course. Either way, it's probably not a good bet to order chicken at Red Robin. The whole concept of an Impossible Burger is to give plant-based eaters a burger experience that's as close as possible to real beef, bite for bite. Unfortunately, Red Robin takes the idea of an Impossible Burger in a different direction by serving a burger that's impossible to enjoy. And there's more. Vegans who were psyched to have a plant-based Red Robin burger soon discovered the add-ons are still dairy and egg-based. The name Impossible Cheeseburger kind of gives it away. And one more thing, the burger was blah. The formula isn't the same for every version of a veggie burger at Red Robin, so there are a few things to be aware of when deciding which alternative burger to go for. Some customers have ordered the veggie burger only to be served a plain old black bean burger under a too big bun, which is the definition of disappointment. But sticking with the quinoa and ancient grain burger is the best option for non-meat eaters. When it's done right, it's a stripped-down dish that only needs a little ketchup to be perfect. Maybe it depends on the type of chicken wings you order, but Red Robin customers have taken notice of the reduction in size of these bar bites. Chicken wings are already nearly bite-sized to begin with, but one TikToker posted a clip in which she holds up the wings to show viewers their size. And let's just say, it was sad. Another TikTok reviewer shared images of the disappointing scorpion boneless chicken bites, a dish that comes drenched in a hot sauce with a finish that's sweet and fruity, at least according to the menu. But words are words, and chicken is chicken, and this bird didn't live up to the sizzling adjectives. That TikToker gave them a 6 out of 10. Skimping on both size and flavor in its wings could be part of the reason Red Robin is so cheap, but prices are rising all over. So if you want bang for your buck and you're a wing aficionado, you'll want to spend your money at a restaurant that knows how to size up an order of wings and pile on the flavor. It turns out that this punny cinnamon sugar donut dessert is not so sweet. What they are is Red Robin's interpretation of Hostess donuts, only served with chocolate and caramel sauce. Similar to their famous onion ring tower, these circular offenders are threaded vertically on a metal spike. Their clever presentation doesn't make up for some of the online reviews, though. Food bloggers call them out as unsweet, oily-tasting cronut imposters. Tasting Table ranks them as the worst of Red Robin's desserts, and when we poll diners, they rank the dough rings at the bottom too. They may look fun on the dessert menu, but you should save your sugar and carb allowances for something that deserves the indulgence. You may read the word smoke and pepper burger and instantly begin to fantasize about all the flame-broiled, home-grilled umami goodness this tempting combo should obviously hold. That's the marketing talking, of course. But once you get past the picture on the page and sink your teeth into the burger you just paid for, the flavor you were dreaming of veers sharply away from smoke and pepper and slides squarely into smoke and mirrors territory. We gave the Red Robin Smoke and Pepper Burger a try, and the verdict? There were simply too many elements stuffed inside the bun for any smoky heat or black pepper spice to be detected. A walloping disappointment considering that's the whole point of the burger. Other reviewers were underwhelmed by the lack of innovation, expecting something more creative, but wondering if a little barbecue sauce couldn't liven up the situation. When customers have a better idea of how Red Robin's specialty burger should be made than the restaurant does, well, let's call it a fast casual cautionary tale. Ordinarily, a blackened dish refers to a heavy spice rub that gives whatever it's rubbed on authentic Cajun flavor. What it doesn't refer to, not ever, is food that's burned to the point of charcoal. But that doesn't seem to stop Red Robin cooks from leaving grilled blackened salmon on the heat for too long. The resulting plate ends up being drier than fish should be, and if you add dry spice to a slab of dried out fish, you'll end up paying for salmon jerky rather than a freshly cooked fillet. The photo on the menu is pretty enough to convince you there's something worth eating here, but ask those who've actually tried it and you'll quickly change your mind. Online reviewers don't hold back on this one. Posts range from questioning whether the salmon had even been seasoned to calling for its removal from the menu entirely.
Meal's not complete without a beverage.
Depending on how strong you like your drinks, you may want to steer completely clear of the Red Robin margs and give something else a shot instead. A customer from Las Vegas noted in a TripAdvisor review that her margarita tasted like nothing but lemon juice, which sounds like a mouth-puckering nightmare, especially when this drink is supposed to be made from lime juice in the first place. One Red Robin patron paid $17 for a margarita with an extra shot tossed in for good measure, and she still couldn't taste the tequila. In other words, Margaritaville, this is not. Finally, there's a reason this burger was discontinued several years ago, so if it ever comes back, consider yourself warned. The A1 Peppercorn Burger sparked overwhelming dislike in customers who gave it a try. The name might evoke steakhouse vibes, but don't be fooled. Word on the web is that the peppercorn essence was unimpressive, and the A1 was simply missing. Many called it straight up bad, and Time magazine labeled it as the unhealthiest chain restaurant meal of 2014. Review after review put the screws to this faux classy offering. The name held such promise. Too bad marketing seems to have come up with it without ever tasting the thing.